God bless you. God bless you. Taping in more than one place is my uh, first video of 2022. I was thinking because whenever a new year comes, you're quite contemplative. You started trying to set your benchmarks, your goals, your resolutions uh, for the new year. And also, you're adding another year under your belt, age wise. For those of us that are 50 plus, those years come at a price. I'm not only making it for 50 plus because it's so many people each year that you're older is, like sands in the hourglass. So are the days of our lives, that there's a little less time ahead of you, and more of your life sometimes is in reverse, no matter what it is. I was contemplative that um, many times we're so in love with being comfortable that we learn to live and operate beneath our privilege. God designed you for the heights, but the heights come with a price. God gave you promise, but promise will earn you some enemies. God gave you a gift, and that gift will make room for you, but that gift also will make some haters for you. It comes down to the time that we're going to have to start making some valid decisions. Will I live beneath my privilege, or will I risk being uncomfortable? Right beyond your level of comfort, right beyond your comfort zone, is probably the life of your dreams. You've learned to tolerate that which you were never designed for. You're living in some low places that were never intended for you. I understand who wants to have haters, who wants not to be liked, who wants to be vilified, who wants to be castigated, who wants to be thought of a lower plane. But man, sometimes we're just we're so much in search of comfort that we start living beneath our privilege. If God gave you a next level purpose, that purpose will come with a cost. That purpose will come with some enemies, some haters, some blockers, some and they all come out of the woodwork. But is your need for comfort that great that you live beneath your privilege? I always like to quote the late Dr. Miles Monroe, who said that the richest place in the world is the cemetery. So in the cemetery are so many buried dreams, buried hopes, buried goals, uh, uh, buried aspirations, things that have been tucked away because they were all saving their best for this day that I like to call perfect day. And what I've learned is that perfect day seldom comes to any of our lives. You know, that day when your bills will be paid, your health is good, your love is good, your honey is good, your money is good, education's good, and everything, and your job has no problems. That day will be so seldom in your life. So there is the people that make it to the highest rungs of life, the people that take their life to the next place, are invariably those people who will risk moving out of their zone of comfort. Your comfort zone will have you living beneath your privilege. There are Harvard grads, there are Ivy League students. That Happy New Year to who is that? To you also, Sister Pierce. There are Harvard grads. They're as brilliant as they can be, but they've learned to live beneath their privilege. There may be one living on the street. Folks, there are gifted people that daily live beneath their privilege, because once they get out of their comfort zone, it's like the tortoise or the turtle that stays inside of the shell. As long as you're inside of the shell, you're never harmed. As long as you're inside of the shell, you don't have to fight the villains outside. But as long as you're in the shell, you're totally safe. But if you stay in the shell, you'll never get ahead. To get ahead in life as a turtle, you got to stick your neck out. And it's the same for us. I had 2021 was a year that I made it through, but I made it through at a cost. I allowed my desire for comfort to keep me in some areas living beneath my privilege. I won't do that again. The clock is ticking on me. I'm 55 years old. There's more behind me than there probably is ahead of me. So I have to be very contemplative. I got to value my moments. I got to redeem my time. I got to count up the cost. But folks, so many times we live beneath our privilege because we're so accustomed to being comfortable. LeBron James probably is talked about every minute of the day in a negative tone. And yet he's one of the most successful athletes to ever step onto a field of play. But that excellence comes with a cost. Folks, if he just wanted to stay in his comfort zone, he wouldn't push himself. If he just wanted to stay in his comfort zone, he wouldn't be 37, having 43 and 14. So I'm just saying to each of you, don't live beneath your privilege another day, another month, another year. Time is time is not a constant. It's not promised to you. If you're so in love with this thing called comfort zone isn't where excellence comes from. Comfort zones are not where dreams are made to come true. Comfort zones aren't where the greats live. You got to literally stick your neck out. You got to go way out on the limb because that's where the best fruit is. My word to you on this year is don't you dare live beneath your privilege another day because you desire to be comfortable. There are people half as talented as you that are killing the game because they stick their neck out. They risk getting out of their comfort zone. There are people killing the game that can't spell A and can't spell cat if you give them a C and an A, but they're willing to stick their neck out and get outside of their comfort zone because it's a risk. You can fall, but I think it was Bishop Jake said once that if you fall down flat, because he said if you can look up, you can get up. My word to you on this year is don't allow comfort to keep you living beneath your privilege another day. You were made for the heights. You're a king's kid. You came from a royal priesthood. You're a chosen generation. You're the head and not the tail. You were meant to be above only and never beneath. But it comes after you stop settling. Settling is a function of a comfort zone. Keep rising, keep striving, keep putting your best effort forth. My word to you is don't you live another day. Don't you live another minute. Don't you live another hour beneath your privilege. And please don't live another year. Don't stay so stuck in your comfort zone that you get accustomed to living beneath your privilege. Have an awesome day. I pray 2022 will be a super awesome year for you.